This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Bosquet's Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Girardi Insurance Services, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Snap is low, he picks it up, goes back to throw, in trouble to the left, looks to the right, looks to throw it downfield, and does! It's complete to Brandon Nagel at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Woodstock Academy! Sent in by Wilcox, kicked away by Valley Regional, picked back up by Tracy, sent back in, knocked in, a goal for Woodstock Academy is the answer.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director Mark Allard and color commentator extraordinaire Greg Smith.
And a good afternoon, and we welcome you to Woodstock Academy's Alumni Fieldhouse on this Thursday, yes, afternoon still, not even quite 5 o'clock yet, and we've got some basketball for you. The Woodstock Academy girls taking on Montville in an Eastern Connecticut Conference non-divisional contest, but more importantly than that, it is senior day here at Woodstock Academy, and Mr. Greg Smith,
Mr. Allard.
We all know how important Senior Day is, but it's kind of interesting because as exciting as it is, it's also kind of bittersweet.
Oh, absolutely. From a coach's standpoint, it's difficult. You've worked with these girls for the last 4 years. You've been through the highs and lows with them. You've been through COVID with them and all the things that brought about. Yeah, they're family, and you look at them as family. And now you've got to say goodbye. So from a coaching standpoint, it's very difficult. You have to start your seniors. Now Woodstock only has 2, but you have to start those seniors and make sure they get plenty of playing time and show what they can do. But your objective is to win the game because you're getting ready for ECC tournament time and state tournament time, and you need the W.
Need it bad, really. Well, let's put it this way: they're 11-6. They are in the state tournament. Everybody is in the Eastern Connecticut Conference tournament, and for the most part, it's pretty well set, or not quite, but I think pretty well set or established that Woodstock Academy will be the number 8 seed, and Waterford will be the number 9 seed, and Woodstock Academy will play Waterford. The winner of that game in a play-in game for the ECC likely to go up against number 1, which could be New London. I think right now that what it looks like to be, but we have to wait and see. So they would have a home game under that scenario. Could it change? I'll put it this way: in the ECC state of affairs, anything can change. Sometimes,
and that's always the way
as far
it is.
as
That's
the
beauty.
formulaic, algebraic equations that are used to try to figure out exactly who is home and who is away. You figure it out as you go along. That's what we figured out anyway. What it looks like. Don't hold me to it, as the saying goes. But I think it's pretty darn close.
Yes.
And Woodstock Academy 11-6. It's a great year when you're considering what they were coming off from a year ago. Montville not having such as good a year, 2-15 coming into this ball game.
And you can tell by the pregame warm-ups, they're not as fired up. They're not as into it as you see the team in blue and gold to the screens left. This team from Montville, they've taken their hits, but they've got to come out and they've got to fight.
They have to come out. They have to fight.
But they're very young as well.
They are very young.
2 seniors.
Scott Chasen, the head coach of Montville, I was talking to him earlier, and he's like, I hate to say it, but this is one of our, I think, our 3rd senior day in a row. You always know when
this time of year.
That's the way it is. You always
when
know
you go on the road.
when your team may not be having the best of seasons is when you have all the senior days, if you know what I'm saying, because everyone wants to win on their senior day. That's just but there is one little beneficiary to that. You might get some presents for your team, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Along those lines. Get flowers or something to that effect. Well, we'll have the senior day festivities when we return to Woodstock Academy in just a moment.
It's the pop culture event so extreme it can only happen once a year. The Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic Experience returns to Grill 37 for its 4th year on Saturday, April 29th. Come experience the wonders of comics and graphic novels, meet fan groups, and buy one-of-a-kind items that you will cherish for years. It's the pop culture phenomenon 4 years in the making at the Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic Experience. General admission is only $10. Learn how you can experience the experience at theqcexperience.com, a No Country Bar Productions event.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
And we're back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse Senior Day for the girls' basketball team as they will come to the sideline here to take a little break in their warm-up activities for Senior Day festivities for the Woodstock Academy girls. Not many seniors, that's for sure, but they have an impact. There's no doubt about that. So we're just waiting for Montville to clear the floor for a moment. They will. And then we're going to turn it right over to Mr. Sean Saucier as soon as he is ready to go. They're actually just asking for senior parents to go on over. And there's, like we said, about, I think, 6 with cheerleaders who will be honored tonight. So that is what is the game plan anyway, and all set to go, it looks like, where the parents are heading over anyway. As is the team. They will kind of line up there, and we'll meet them and greet the 2 seniors as they come out. You all set to go, Mr. Saucier?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sean Saucier, our PA announcer and athletic director, it's all yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse on the campus of the Woodstock Academy for tonight's game featuring Montville High School and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Tonight marks senior night for the Centaurs, and we want to take a moment to recognize the senior players and cheerleaders from both Montville and our Centaurs. First, the seniors from Montville. Number 5, Madison St. John. And number 11, Ava Collins. We thank you for years of great competition, and we wish you well in all of your future endeavors. And now let's meet the Centaur senior cheerleaders and players. First, the cheerleaders. First up, Miss Celeste Robbins, escorted by Christine and Frank Robbins. She's cheered for 3 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in all 3 years. She's also a member of the golf team. Her favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock is when the football team won the Division II championship. Her plans for next year is to study cybersecurity in college. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Celeste Robbins. Next up, Samantha Richmond. With her mother, Michelle, she's cheered for 3 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering in all 3 years. Her favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock is taking the bus trips to her competitions. Her plans for next year are to attend the Word of Life and major in early childhood education. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Samantha Richmond. Next up, Miss Amelia Babbitt, escorted by her mother, Denise, and her father, Stephen. She's cheered for 2 years at Woodstock and lettered in both years. She's also a member of the Earth Save Club. Her favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock is states in 2022. Her plans for next year include cheering in college and studying business and real estate management. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Amelia Babbitt. Next up, Miss Ella Favreau. Escorted by Chris and Kim Favreau, she's cheered for 4 years at Woodstock Academy. She's also a member of the National Chinese Honor Society Yearbook and the Science and English Honor Societies. Her favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock is stunting with her teammates. Her plans for next year is to cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ella Favreau. Now for our players. Number 22, Lennon Favreau. Escorted by her parents, Amy and Brad, and sister Campbell. She's played basketball for 4 years at Woodstock, lettering in 3. She's on the soccer and lacrosse team. She's a member of the B Club, the Academic Committee, the ECC Diversity Council, the English Honor Society, the National Honor Society, Scholar Athlete Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, Tri-M Honor Society, Social Studies Honor Society, Class Council, and Model UN. Her favorite sports-related memory is getting to learn from Layla, and also sophomore year when she got to sit at the table and talk with Amanda every day. Her plans for next year are to attend Wesleyan University. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lennon Favreau. And last but not least, number 24, Captain Layla McKinnon. Escorted by her mother Heidi and father Chris. She's played basketball for 4 years at Woodstock Academy and lettered in all 4 years. She plays volleyball and track. She's the B Club president, National Honor Society, Math, Science, Social Studies, Latin, English, and Scholar Athlete Honor Societies. She's a member of the ECC Diversity Council. She's on the Student Life Committee and Model UN. Her favorite sports-related memory at Woodstock is listening to Here I Go in the pregame, being the dog, and putting cake in Kaylee's face. Plans for next year are to study international relations in college. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Layla McKinnon. To our seniors, we can't thank you enough for your dedication, leadership, and commitment to our school community. You have truly made Woodstock Academy a better place because of who you are. Best of luck in all your future endeavors, and please know that you will be missed. One last round of applause for our Centaur seniors.
And there you have it, our Senior Day festivities here for the girls' basketball team. As the warm-ups will now resume prior to game time here, about 5 minutes away from game time between Woodstock Academy and Montville, as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs looking to improve upon an 11-6 record. Montville coming in with their 2 wins. Greg Smith is back with us. And how many honor societies did you belong to?
None. None. To get out of here as soon as possible, honor society.
Exactly.
That was mine.
That was yours. Get out of here as soon as possible.
It never ceases to amaze me what our kids do.
I agree.
And Woodstock Academy is such an amazing place because you can do it all.
Yep.
It's not one of those places where you can only be a brain, or you can only be a jock, or you can only be in drama. You can do it all here.
Absolutely.
And obviously, we do.
I think you can when you look at Lennon Favreau's and Layla McKinnon's biographies there, if you will. Yep. And they are pretty lengthy. Let's put it that way.
They're lengthy.
With the honor societies and everything else that they do. As let's put it this way, as Will Fleeton said earlier this season, they're A1 when it comes to leadership. In fact, I think leaders is too small a word to describe those two. What were you pointing at?
Big team hug.
Big team
They
hug.
just had a big team hug.
That's cool.
And that's a beautiful thing.
To finish up what Will said, I think they are great people. They're smart. They're full-plate kids who are part of a lot of activities, including things like Model UN, Honor Society stuff, and you can't top that and be an athlete at the same time. Never mind being a 3-sport athlete like they both are.
Like they both are.
Which is kind of cool in that regard, needless to say.
Absolutely.
You know, it's kind of interesting, too. That's our first senior day that we're going to get, but not our last, because we're also going to be broadcasting the boys' hockey game on Saturday at 11 a.m. That is their senior day, and we'll be back here next Tuesday night for the Woodstock Academy boys' senior day, which will take place at 7 p.m. against Waterford. So we're still going to see some more senior days coming along down the line. The first of quite a few, let's put it that way. Let's talk a little bit about this one. The Centaurs coming off a 55-28 win the other day against East Catholic, a game that saw what you kind of expect to see over the next few years. Kaylee Saucier and Isabel DeLeva-Beauchesne, the two guards. Saucier with 14 points, including 2 big buckets. You know, it's just when East Catholic looked like they were starting to get something together, reduced it to a 9-point lead at the end of the third quarter, and all of a sudden, Kaylee Saucier gets 5 points, and Isabel DeLeva-Beauchesne gets 9 of her 18 points in the fourth quarter.
And who was pulling down all the rebounds to allow that to happen? Sophomore Ava Monahan.
Absolutely.
Who absolutely goes out there every game and does whatever is necessary. If it's score baskets, she scores baskets. If it's rebound, she rebounds. If it's playing defense, she plays defense.
She had a couple of blocks in that one, too. Layla McKinnon had 4 offensive boards, 4 out of her 5 rebounds, also had a couple of assists. So from that point of view, I call that team effort, don't you?
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of this team. Yes, 2 seniors, but you know, you got a couple of juniors, and everybody else is sophomores and freshmen. So to be doing what they're doing this season, I think Coach Fleeton feels that they're a year ahead of schedule at least.
At least, no question. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the start to this one. Woodstock Academy in Montville. Coming up.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years. And we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And we'd like to tell you that right now, Avery Busquet asks you to look at these deals. Samsung front-load dishwasher, just $599, regularly $799. That's a clearance price for you. How about a Frigidaire Scratch and Dent side-by-side refrigerator, regularly $899, clearance sale priced at Busquets Appliance in Danielson and Willimantic for $699. You all set now to do some more work? You like that?
Really good.
I like those, huh?
You've done that before.
I've done it somewhere along the line. Hey, you ready to do some starting lineups?
Yeah,
Let's do it. Woodstock Academy Athletic Director and PA announcer, Mr. Sean Saucier, and our starters for tonight.
Good evening once again. Before we meet the starting lineups for this afternoon's game, I'd like to invite a member of each team to the table to read the ACC Conduct and Sportsmanship Statement written by ACC student athletes.
Which one? Both? Okay. Sorry. We are grateful to our fans for listening to what we have had to say these past few weeks. We appreciate that you accept we are not professional athletes and that your words can affect our performance. Please set an example for everyone in attendance and represent your school the way it should be represented.
Good job.
We won't stand for harassment towards players, other fans, coaches, or refs, either here or online.
and we ask that the outcome of the game be left on the floor. Respectful chants and cheers are welcome, but fans must cheer for the athletes and not against them. Any behavior in the stands that gets in the way of our game will not be tolerated. Thank you for supporting us and for letting us play.
Good job.
Thank you, Lennon Favreau. Back to Sean Saucier.
And now let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's game. First, the visitors from Montville High School. A freshman, number 4, Anna Babukis. A sophomore, number 3, Jada Chung. A junior, number 32, Emily Treat. A senior, number 5, Madison St. John. And a senior, number 11, Ava Collins. Montville is coached by Mr. Scott Chasen. And now let's meet the starting lineup for our Centaurs. A 5'5" freshman guard, number 3, Isabel DeLeva Boucher. A 5'7" sophomore guard, number 11, Sophia Sarkis. A 6-foot sophomore center, number 35, Eva Monahan. A 5'7" senior guard, number 22, Lennon Favreau. And a 5'6" senior guard, number 24, the captain, Layla McKinnon. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Will Fleeton and assisted by Ed Peachy, Brad Favreau, Matt Danis, and Jeremiah Hunt. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you rise if you are able. Direct your attention to the flag as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
And there you have it, our national anthem here at Woodstock Academy's Alumni Fieldhouse as we get set for some more hoops here at Woodstock Academy, which means I always have to ask Greg.
You have to ask.
Are you ready for some basketball?
I'm so ready for some basketball.
I thought you might be. On this senior day, we are set to go. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs coming out in their white uniforms with the navy blue and gold trim. The Montville squad coming out of their black unis with the orange trim.
That's a terrible color combination. That's awful.
It's awful. Reminds me of another local school.
Yeah, black and orange. Your alma mater, perhaps?
As we get set to go with the tip. Anna Babukis, the freshman, against Eva Monahan, the sophomore. And set to go. As the officials, Dave Kader gets ready to pull up the ball, and Ava Monahan comes down with it, gives it to Lennon Favreau. We are underway. Isabel DeLeva Beauchesne with the basketball top of the key.
Montville in a 2-3 zone.
Down low, they worked it to Layla McKinnon along the baseline, back out top to Lennon Favreau, back over. This is McKinnon to Beauchesne. Monahan back to McKinnon for 3. No. Rebound comes down to Monahan. Back out to Beauchesne. Beauchene's runner, it's no good. Rebound, Monahan inside.
And that's what Ava Monahan could do. I hope everybody saw that Woodstock got inside touches, and that opens up everything.
A couple of offensive boards for McKinnon on that one. With the basketball for Montville. Bringing it up the floor is Anna Babukis. Bounce pass inside, stolen away by Lennon Favreau up ahead, and it will be taken back again. So turnover that didn't last long.
And Woodstock in their man-to-man. Coach Will Fleeton preaches it.
Ava Collins with the basketball underneath, and a foul will go on Layla McKinnon.
I believe that's Chung. Number 3 is Chung.
Oops.
11 is Collins.
Yep. Okay, I'm sorry.
Saying that foul was on the floor.
Yep. First on McKinnon, first on Woodstock Academy. 2-0, Centaurs up in the lead. As this is Madison St. John who takes it out, gives it to Collins. Collins goes to the floor. Monahan picks up the loose ball, going the other way. This is Beauchene over to McKinnon, back to Beauchene. 3, got it! Rained one down from outside. She had a bunch of those the other night. This is
McKinnon
a runner and no
with the
good
block.
by Chung. Back the other way. Beauchene tosses it across the court. Gets it over to Sarkis. This is Favreau, baseline move. Back outside, McKinnon at the elbow. Drives in with the right hand. Bounce pass to Favreau. Back out. Sarkis, 3. Got it!
Yep.
Sophia Sarkis with a three-pointer.
And we've seen enough games to know that when Sophia Sarkis hits early, she gets hot.
Yes, she does. Sarkis, that was her 10th three-pointer, and Beauchene had her 13th three-pointer of the season
Mark,
so far.
look at the defensive intensity of McKinnon on Chung.
Back out, they work it to St. John, back over to Chung. Chung with the basketball. That's the problem. The ponytail gets in the way of the number. The 3 does not fall. Monahan on the rebound.
I don't know how many rebounds Ava Monahan has already, but it's
somewhere around 5.
Yeah.
Favreau back over to Beauchene. 3, no, backside rim. Rebound comes down to Montville. Chung will control it, the sophomore for Montville. Over to Collins, into the arms of Brad Favreau, and that's not exactly the teammate of Montville. Turnover for Montville. So this one will go back over to Woodstock Academy as Beauchene will bring it down the floor to Favreau on the left side. Favreau dribbling around the top of the key, swings it to the right side, McKinnon. Back on top is Favreau, swing left side, Sarkis. Already has a three-pointer today.
Inside touches.
McKinnon, Monahan's working hard down there.
She is, that's why you reward her.
Beauchene with the basketball.
Right there.
Well, over to Sarkis at the elbow extended, back over to Beauchene. Over on the left side is McKinnon this time. Favreau, right side. Sarkis looked at the 3, tosses it in to Monahan, back out to Sarkis.
You want the patience.
Sarkis kicks it all the way outside to Beauchene, left side. McKinnon fakes right, goes left, and throws it back to Beauchene. And now a 3-second violation on Monahan.
And Monahan coming down the court saying, my bad. What you've got to do is just pick your foot up outside the lane and just pick it up and make sure the referee sees it.
8-0 Centaurs. As Montville brings the ball down the floor. With the basketball is Sophia Sarkis. Fell on it, picked it up. McKinnon tried to get to it. Ball's on the floor. This is Beauchene with the basketball to Sarkis. Sarkis underneath, and I think we're going to get a foul underneath.
Should be on the floor.
So 5 Montville, her first.
Madison St. John, one of the 2 seniors on Montville.
Ball comes on to Ava Monahan, over to Sarkis. This is a jumper for 3. Beauchene, was it a 3 or a 2?
It was
a 3. Yeah, it was a 3. And a timeout called by Montville. We'll take one as well, as the Centaurs have taken an early lead halfway through the first quarter, 11-0. Woodstock Academy.
Creating art is a different skill set as opposed to the world of academia. It serves as a kind of playground for creativity that not only provides diversity in my life, but is also something I can then use to progress my other studies. Although one of my greatest joys is acquiring knowledge through my studies, it becomes easier to feel like a machine. Art, creating, brings back the humanity in society. It is a kind of communication that is internationally understood. My name is Maya Fraga. I'm a senior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future-centaurs.
Back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse. 11-0 lead for Woodstock Academy over Montville, courtesy of a couple of trays, actually 3 trays. 3 of the baskets, 3-pointers.
2 for Beauchene and 1 for Sarkis.
Yep.
And that gets us to 11 with the Monahan deuce off the rebound.
Chung gave that one up to St. John. St. John tosses it over to Collins, knocked away from her, but St. John is there to recover it. Back over to Chung. Chung with the basketball, dribbles to the left, has it knocked away, out of her hands, out of bounds. It will stay with Montville.
You know, Woodstock pressed on the first made basket, but they've taken that press off.
This ball is thrown in to number 32, Emily Treat, right in front of us. Treat gives it over to Chung. Chung looks to drive right on the lane now, and a foul on McKinnon, I think. If that's the case, that'd be her second. Yep.
It is.
It was a reach in.
2.
So that'll be her second, and to the free throw line is Jada Chung, a sophomore for Montville. Puts up the first one, and it is good. One more attempt here. By the way, there's another game going on today. Later on, more normal time.
Right.
7 o'clock, the Woodstock Academy boys taking on Ledyard down the road in Ledyard.
And now all these games are do or die for Woodstock as far as state level competition is concerned. They've got to win all 4.
Yep. McKinnon with the basketball. Chung missed the second one, by the way, in case you didn't see. McKinnon's 3. Got it! Layla McKinnon with the 3. They are raining threes down on Montville right now. 14-1 in favor of the Centaurs. With the basketball, Collins shoots up a 3. It's no good. Rebound, Monahan. Montville still looking for his first field goal. They have a free throw. That's it. Sarkis missed the runner. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Montville. So back over to the Centaurs it will go.
Oh, nice.
Monahan in a low post. Turnaround is good.
So soft.
So it's a 16-1 lead for Woodstock Academy. 2.5 to play here in this second quarter. With the basketball, Collins gives it up to Treat. Treat in the low post against Monahan, trying to get it out of there, to be honest. Chung tries to work her way through on the elbow. Jumper is no good. Rebound bounces away. It'll be picked up there by Beauchene. Beauchene with it will dribble down the floor. Beauchene with the left-hand dribble goes over to McKinnon. McKinnon back to Beauchene, looked at the 3, back inside Monahan, kind of wards off, gives it to Favreau. Shot's no good. Rebound Monahan, back out to Favreau, to Sarkis. This time they give it over to Beauchene. 3 on the way for Sophia Sarkis, and another one goes down. 19-1.
5 threes so far in this first quarter for Woodstock.
Amazing. Been on fire with the 3-pointers right now. This is Collins with the basketball. Going to the right, then back to the left. Knocked away by Sarkis. Ball to the ground, and a foul will be called on Sarkis. On the reach in.
That's a first on Sarkis, 3rd on the team. Checking into the game is Nicole Hudson for Montville. And Carrie Blaze for Woodstock, number 12.
And Hudson will take it out for Montville underneath the basket. And, trying to get it in, and gets it in to Collins. over on that right side, along the baseline, and a block on Sarkis.
Yep, got to move your feet on defense. If you're going to play man, you have to move your feet. That's 4 team fouls on Woodstock, 2 on Sarkis, 2 on McKinnon.
Yeah, 4 team fouls split between 2 players.
Right.
Reagan Reynolds checks into the lineup for Woodstock Academy. As Hudson will try to take it out again. Tosses it over the top, gets it to Chung. Chung lost the handle on it, got it back up, partially blocked by Favreau. Call it a turnover on that one. I don't know. I guess you'd say she was in the act of shooting. McKinnon puts one up, no good. Rebound comes down and fought for between Kerry Blaze and Treat, and it'll go the other way on the jump ball call. 19-1 Centaurs.
You know, Regan Reynolds has been a starter for this program for years now, and gave up her starting spot to make sure that both seniors would be able to take the court together and have their names introduced in pregame.
Chung for 3. Got it for Montville. First basket today for Montville.
Well, it's only fair. It's only fair. We've hit 5. They should get 1.
19-4. McKinnon thought about a 3. Beauchene kicks it back outside Favreau into the low post Blaze. Back to Favreau. Jumper from inside the arc. Will not fall. Rebound McKinnon got it. Tried to get it to Reynolds. Goes out of bounds. Be back over to Montville with 35 seconds to play here in this first quarter action at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Chung with a basketball, brings it over the timeline. And will dribble it out there just a little bit. Montville came in averaging 34.1 points per game. They give up 44.5. Woodstock Academy averaging 42 points a game. They give up 32.2. Remarkably consistent, because the last time I did that was back at the 10-game mark, and they were giving up 32.2. Nice block by Kerry Blaze. Got a little excitement from the crowd, and as that happens, they tie up a Montville player down in the backcourt, and the buzzer sounds to end the first quarter. 1 quarter of play, and it's all Woodstock Academy, 19-4.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. 19-4 in favor of Woodstock Academy as we begin second quarter action. Lennon Favreau's jumper, a little long, goes out of bounds, back over to Montville.
I don't know. The referee said white and then pointed.
Yeah, I didn't hear him say the white. I only saw him point.
Yeah, well. Mixed message, I guess.
Yeah, I would call it that. Montville with the basketball and taken away by Reynolds, but a travel first.
You know, Chung's trying to do a lot for Montville.
How many three-pointers did we have in that first quarter?
5. 2 for Beauchene, 2 for Sarkis, 1 for McKinnon.
This is Beauchene with the basketball.
Get your hands up, Kerry. You want the ball.
There is Favreau looking at Blaze. Back out to McKinnon, to Beauchene for 3. Missed that three-pointer, but Favreau on the rebound. Back over to Beauchene on the runner, and she gets it to go.
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing her 1,000-point night.
Yeah.
Because the way she scored as a freshman, it's going to happen.
I think that might, you got to get 1,000 points somewhere near 200 or so in your freshman year, 150 to 200 points. Or else it gets really difficult. As a jumper is up by Hudson, that's no good, goes out of bounds.
Nope, didn't quite.
Didn't quite go out of bounds. That's Collins who put it up, and Collins was fouled by Reynolds.
5th team foul on the Centaurs.
First on Reynolds. 21-4 in favor of Montville, or in favor of Montville, in favor of the Centaurs. Can you tell it's been a long day?
Long day.
Long week. Treat on the Collins on the free throw is no good. One more attempt here for Collins. Well, how late were we on the air on Monday?
Whew. I got home at 10:30.
I got home at 11:15, I think it was, or 12, or close to that. Somewhere in there.
We covered a hockey game on Monday night.
And that started at 8:15.
8:15, and it was a little late.
Yeah, it was. A little late to start, about 8:30 or so. So needless to say, we didn't get out of there for a while. Missing them both. Kaylee Saucier back in the game for a first time, the freshman point guard.
And if you want to see some more threes, that might happen.
Yep, it could. Up over the top to McKinnon, back over to Saucier. Swing it to the right to Favreau, back to Saucier. Saucier looks to drive, kicks it back out McKinnon. McKinnon back to Saucier. Saucier in the lane, dribbling, bounce pass, Favreau. Back outside. Ooh, take it away. No, McKinnon fight for it, gets it back. Nice job by McKinnon to keep on it and not give up. Favreau in the low post goes down. And a travel.
Unfortunately, when you fall to the floor, it's a travel.
Automatic.
Yeah.
So it will be Montville basketball. This is Chung with the basketball, bringing it up the floor against Favreau. Bullet pass across. Underneath, almost knocked away. They got it into Treat. Treat couldn't get the basket to fall. Got the rebound back. Cannot get the follow to go down. Rebound Reynolds. And back we go the other way with Saucier over to McKinnon. Back to Reynolds. Top of the key is Saucier. Left side, trying to fend off with the right. Going left, Favreau. Back to Blaze, over to Saucier. This is McKinnon for three. No, little hard. Rebound comes out to Saucier. She can get there, and she does before it went out of bounds. Back over to McKinnon. Saucier up on top. Reynolds on the right side. Going to be a very patient offensive game for the Centaurs. Favreau inside gets the two.
They've been trying to get the ball into Lennon Favreau and just succeeded. Perfect position. Favreau knocks it down.
23-4 in favor of the Centaurs. McKinnon knocked that one out of bounds. And incoming Sydney Anderson for Lennon Favreau.
And gets a great hand from the crowd.
No question. Montville basketball, trailing by 19. This is Collins with the basketball against Reynolds, pushing Reynolds along the way. No call either side. Turn it around. Collins, no good. Rebound, and Blaze and Collins fighting for it. Jump ball goes back over to Montville. Well, Collins is battling. There's no question about that.
Yep.
Her and Reynolds were pushing each other all the way down. That's Treat inside, and Treat gets the basket.
Little defensive breakdown for the Centaurs, leaving Treat open on the wing.
This is Reynolds. Wholesale substitutions coming in for Montville. Left side is McKinnon. Top of the key, Saucier. Right side, Reynolds. Back on top, Saucier. Gives it off to McKinnon. McKinnon over to Reynolds. Reynolds, little dish pass to Anderson. Anderson to McKinnon. Back over to Saucier for three. No, not this time. Rebound, Treat comes down with it. Well, he did have 5 3-pointers in that first quarter. A little bit tougher to come by in this second quarter.
Well, that's something I always told my teams. You know, if a team comes out and hits 5-6 in a row, they're going to start missing. It's the law of averages.
It is. Sooner or later, that ball went out of bounds. Montville turns it over, back over to the Centaurs.
That foul is on Nicole Hudson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that foul. I
Team
saw the
second.
turnover. So it'll be Woodstock Academy basketball nonetheless. Lots of new bodies. Well, Madison St. John is back. In is Caitlin Koenig. Also in is, Chung is out there. Hudson's still out there. And Babukis is out there as well.
Allison Kamara is in for the Centaurs.
This is Anderson with the basketball. Back over to Reynolds. Reynolds just inside the arc. Sinks it, but it's a two-pointer. Two-pointer. That was pretty clear that she was inside the arc.
Right.
25-6 in favor of the Centaurs. Chung to Koenig. Back to Chung. Driving the lane. Puts up the runner. Fouled on the play by Reynolds.
And that's 2 on Regan Reynolds. 6 on the team.
It's kind of interesting. They have, as you say, 6 on the team, and only 3 players have them.
Right.
Everybody who has one has 2. Chung at the free throw line. First one's up and good. One more attempt for Jada Chung. Puts up the second one. It's good.
Nice form for the sophomore.
25-8 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Saucier. Right side is Beauchene. Down to the baseline. Anderson tossed it over to Kamara, who's in the game. Allison Kamara. Beauchene traveled with the basketball.
That's a call that referees make automatically. They don't really look. I don't know if Beauchene actually traveled on that one or it was just an
anticipated one?
Anticipated call.
This is Chung with the basketball.
Nice hedge by Beauchene.
Getting help from St. John. Chung, that is. Chung trying to go against Saucier now. Lost the handle. Picked it back up. Dribbles through. Puts it up and in.
Chung is clutch.
Yeah. 25-10.
She's got 8 of their 10 points.
This is a jumper by Beauchene inside the arc. That one let fall. Rebound comes down to Koenig.
Great box out there by Babukas.
Back the other way we go. 15-point lead for the Centaurs. It was as high as 18 in the first quarter. Runner by Chung will not fall. Rebound comes down to Kamara. Up ahead to Saucier. Bounce pass. Anderson gets it. Nice assist from Saucier to Anderson.
I love the way Kaylee Saucier runs the floor. Head up, always looking for the open player, and that time found Anderson.
Chung with the basketball. St. John in the logo. St. John gives it up and over to Hudson. Hudson against Anderson gives it up to Babukas. Knocked away and by Bebo and out of bounds. And it will stay with Montville, I do believe. As Collins and Treat return for Montville. And the ball underneath the basket. Hudson will take it out for the black and, or actually St. John will take it out for the black and orange side into Chung.
Don't let it go right.
Like that. Puts it up short. Bebo on the rebound. Up ahead, Beauchene tried to get it to Anderson and a little collision underneath. No call. Saucier ends up with the basketball. 3 by Bebo. Front side of the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Babukas. A little cold right now for the Centaurs. They just have a couple of baskets in this second quarter. St. John over to Chung. Chung looked to go left, keeps it, tosses it left. Knocked
Bebo
away by
with the
Bebo.
steal.
Gets the steal and a foul on Chung, I do believe. Indeed it is.
Her first, team's third.
So just be Woodstock Academy basketball to the side. Beauchene to Saucier. 2-3 being offered up by Montville. This is Beauchene to Bebo, over to Kamara. Deep in the right corner is Beauchene, looking to direct some traffic. Saucier comes over to help over to Kamara. Left side, this is Bebo for 3, short. Rebound Saucier. Saucier tosses over the top. Bebo's going to take another one. Not this one either. Rebound, Bebo gets her own. Puts it up, it's no good, but a foul. Foul underneath. Goes on Treat.
Her first, team's fourth.
And we'll send to the free throw line Vivian Bebo. First one is up and no good. One more attempt here for the freshman. Puts it up, and second one will not fall. Rebound, fought for on the ground. Chung is going to pick up the loose ball. And now a timeout called by Montville.
30.
We'll take a timeout as well. Maybe we won't. It's only got 22 seconds left to go. We'll keep it here. So just a reminder, we will be back with you on Saturday. Woodstock Academy boys hockey against East Haven. The boys hockey team right now, after a 3-1 win over Moses Brown last night, 13-1 on the season.
They're number 2
Correct.
currently in Division II, behind North Haven, a team they played and unfortunately lost.
Their only
earlier in the
loss,
season,
yeah.
right?
And they only trail North Haven by 2 points. North Haven actually has suffered a couple of losses. I know one of them was Pilgrim High School. I think the other was Branford.
Yes.
So,
a team Woodstock beat. So there's no associative property in hockey.
No. So from that point of view, the Centaurs right in the thick of things at that 1 or 2 mark for the state tournament, but still some season to play.
If you're 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter.
No. You won't meet number 1 until the end if that's the case. Chung with the basketball. It means you would have made the state championship.
I know that Coach Smolak wants another shot at North Haven.
I'm sure he does. He wouldn't mind seeing them in a state championship game, to be honest. That ball went out of bounds, last touched by Woodstock Academy. He'll stay with Montville.
Yeah, even though, it's 27-10, Woodstock is still playing defense.
Yep.
Kaylee Saucier plays defense in her sleep.
6 seconds to go here in this first half of play. They get it into Chung. Chung at the free throw line, tried to get it to St. John, got it back again, tossed it back to Chung. Saucier intercepted it, but it's going to run out of time as the buzzer sounds to end the second quarter of play.
Defense in her sleep.
Defense in her sleep.
Yep.
27-10, Woodstock Academy over Montville.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And we welcome you back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. Just like to say, hey, Avery Busquets got some great deals. Okay, no question about it. Avery Busquets at Busquets Appliances. Samsung front-load dryer, 7.5 cubic foot with steam. Clearance priced $5.99. That's a savings of $200. How about a Medea? I think it's Medea. Bottom refrigerators, white $8.99, stainless steel $9.99, or a Frigidaire dishwasher, very quiet, regularly $4.79. You can get one from Jeff Busquet for $3.49. Clearance price right now at the Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic. We're at the Alumni Fieldhouse, where right now it's 27-10 in favor of Woodstock Academy over Montville. The Centaurs came out like a house of fire, raining threes. Let's put it that way.
Yes, they did. Isabel Beauchesne had 2 threes in that first quarter. Sophia Sarkis had 2 threes in the first quarter. Layla McKinnon had 1. And then in the second quarter, a lot less offensive productivity. 19 points in the first quarter. Second quarter, only 8 to take them to 27 at half.
It's kind of interesting in that regard. Sometimes they go down, and sometimes it takes a little while to get them going. In this case, they went down early, but then it was a little bit more difficult to get them going again in the second quarter.
And if you're a coach, you just don't know what it is. Do they come out and work real hard in pregame and get a good sweat going, and then you're hot coming out of the gate, or are they cold? And you don't know, and that's high school sports, because they're sometimes inconsistent, especially when they're as young as Woodstock Academy is.
No rhyme, no reason to it.
Right.
Of course, the other thing you could look at this time is Senior Day. I mean, obviously had that excitement for Senior Day. Everybody was pumped up by it. And in this case, the adrenaline may actually have paid off.
Oh, and there were tears over there
Yes.
on the Woodstock Academy sideline, because at this point it starts to sink in. Hey, we don't have too many more games on this floor.
No.
We don't have too many more games where we get to be a team together.
And in fact, when you look at it, the Centaurs have a game again tomorrow, their last regularly scheduled home game, and that'll take place at 7 o'clock against the Fitch Falcons. It's an ECC Division I matchup there. Then they go on the road to Killingly, and after that, it's kind of, who knows?
Right.
It just win and you advance, as the saying goes. Likely an ECC play-in game here at the Alumni Fieldhouse, likely against Waterford. That would happen next week. If you would win, then you advance into the ECC quarterfinals. That would be on the road. And then, of course, you have the CIAC State Tournament, which at this point in time could be just about anyone, anywhere, as the saying goes.
And that, excuse me. You were saying in pregame.
Sorry, not a problem.
I talked all day.
You talk. So did I. I know the feeling. Sometimes it's just hard to remember what you're saying as you go through. But indeed, it's.
You were saying in the pregame that it's pretty much decided where Woodstock's going to be, where this team's going to be
for the ECC.
Right,
yeah.
State tournament. At this point, you have no idea, because there's so many permutations and possible combinations. So you have to really make sure, and don't let your kids start looking at the CIAC website.
Like I'm doing right now?
Like you're doing right now.
Well, no, the thing
they can't do it.
No,
you can.
I can. The thing about it is, the nice thing that you like about it is, you're in.
Right.
That's half the battle, I think. And right now, they would be in at number, if everything ended today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right around 14. So 14, you're going to have a first-round game. That's kind of a dicey one.
Right.
14, I think you have a home game for the first game. You wouldn't.
Depends on how many get in.
Right, that's the thing. Because if you get, 32 get in, unless 32 don't qualify.
Right.
Then you have another whole, how many gets buys and where are you at next?
And the permutations go up from there.
It's difficult. You thought the ECC was bad? Try to figure out the state. Let's put it that way. So we have a 27-10 Woodstock Academy lead over Montville. We'll be back with more from the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they Ask who's your insurance agent.
Say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
It's the pop culture event so extreme it can only happen once a year. The Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic Experience returns to Grill 37 for its 4th year on Saturday, April 29th. Come experience the wonders of comics and graphic novels, meet fan groups, and buy one-of-a-kind items that you will cherish for years. It's the pop culture phenomenon 4 years in the making at the Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic Experience. General admission is only $10. Learn how you can experience the experience at theqcexperience.com, an Okanchi Bar Productions event.
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
And that's always a good idea. Come and visit us. Come join us.
Absolutely.
At Woodstock Academy.
If you haven't been here in a while, please come see what it's like. If you're an alum, come see what we do on a daily basis. This place is pretty cool to be around.
No question about that. And by the way, I just did a little bit more checking during that timeout. 24 teams, as of right now, have qualified for the Class L tournament, state tournament that is. 3 are kind of on the cusp with 7 wins and likely will get in, which would make it 27. And then a couple of others have 6 wins, so that if they get there, one of them 6 and 13, so that won't get there. So one of them at 6 wins would be, possible to make it in as well. And you never know; there may be something down the line there. It has a chance.
So
of
with
getting
27,
in.
the top 5 would get a bye.
Correct.
And then it all gets matched up from there.
Figure it out from there. I think 14. Well, let's see. If you had 27, you have 13 left. You might get a home. It's right on that cut line of 6 or 7.
Yeah, so they need every win.
Yeah, I would say so. They need this one. They need the one against Fitch, and they need the one against Killingly. Killingly's a tough customer these days. Killingly just defeated NFA the other day. Here is, we start the third quarter. Underneath is Monahan. Puts it up and good.
And got fouled on
that. Give it to Ava.
Right.
29-10 in favor of the Centaurs. It's a jumper by Chung that finds the mark from the elbow.
Chung is the offense. That's her 10th point of the night.
I think Scott Jason said, she's averages about 25 points a game. Kind of tells you what the rest of the team does in that regard. No shot, travel violation against Beauchene.
And that time she actually did.
Okay. That time you saw it.
Yes, sir.
This is Chung with the basketball. Bringing it down the floor through the logo. Layla McKinnon intently watching. Bounce pass to Collins. Down low is Treat. Treat over to the other side to St. John. Back over to Chung. McKinnon retreats, but tried to get it into Treat, and Treat could not handle it. Turnover. Back over to the Centaurs. As we said earlier, too, the Woodstock Academy boys basketball team playing tonight. That game in Ledyard. Really a must-win scenario for the Centaurs boys.
All 4 of their remaining games are must-win.
Agreed. They got Waterford next Tuesday. We'll broadcast that one. That's senior night. Jumper at the elbow for McKinnon is no good. Rebound comes out to Beauchene. McKinnon had it. Favreau had it. No one has it. Montville, no one has it. McKinnon finally picks it back up again. Gets it back over to Favreau. Here's Beauchene. Sarkis just kind of watched that one go through. Let's put it this way. Look to her right before catching the ball.
Right.
Caused the turnover.
Look it into your hands.
Correct. So in addition to that Waterford game, they also have a game against Griswold after that, and they finish up against Old Lyme.
And Griswold is going to be
a handful.
Very tough.
They only have 2 losses on the season, I do believe. St. John with the basketball. They've already beaten the Centaurs at their home place. But I think it was only by 10 or something to that effect. Ball went out of bounds, but it'll go back to Montville. St. John will take it out for Montville. Into Chung. Bounce it down into the low post. Treat over the top of Monahan. Had to throw it high, and as a result, had no chance of going in. Ball went out of bounds on the sideline, back over to Montville.
Good hustle by Favreau on that.
So it'll be ball to the sideline here, and Treat will take it out for Montville. Yeah, so we've got about, 1, 2, 3, probably about 4 more broadcasts left in the winter, unless we pick up some other ones as we go. Chung's 3 will not fall. It has gone by relatively quickly, and it hasn't really felt like much of a winter, to be honest.
No. I mean, it was, 50 degrees out there today, or almost?
It's supposed to be near 60 tomorrow. In the 50s all of next week. Now, our meteorologist, what do we call him?
John Bag of Donuts.
John Bag of Donuts. That's right. Most meteorologists like donuts, I guess. But John Bag of Donuts said March could be a little bit more interesting. I don't want to hear that.
No.
I mean, I
you're
don't
getting
mind
your clubs out.
My clubs have already been washed and polished and are ready to go. If I wasn't working tomorrow, I think I know where I'd be. Chung caught that one, saved it from going out. To Babukas, over to Treat, and a foul will be called on Beauchene, I do believe.
And that'll be her first, team's first.
I think I was watching one meteorologist the other day saying, Friday would be a good time to play some hooky if you wish. Sounded like he was talking to me, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Treat at the free throw line. First one is up and good.
That's Treat's 3rd point of the night. Had a basket in the first half.
5:41 left to go in the 3rd. Second one is up and no good. Rebound, Monahan had it, could not hold it. Collins picks it up for Montville. Kicks it back out to St. John. This is Chung with the basketball. Chung stop. Ooh, that was a foul on Monahan. I don't know if it was, but it was great acting by Chung if it wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Monahan's first, team's second.
I think that's what you're taught to anyway. If you have a situation like that, you fall backwards just a little bit.
Drop.
Yep. And Chung's free throw is up and good. One more attempt. And the second for Chung is good. 29-15 in favor of the Centaurs. This is Beauchene to Sarkis. Down low, Monahan gets the deuce.
If she gets the ball in that position, you can't stop it.
I would agree with that. 31-15. St. John over the top of the head of Treat. It'll be picked up by Sarkis, and a foul will be called on Montville. That'll go against Collins.
That's her first.
Number 11.
Team's first.
In the half. Beauchene with the basketball. Into the corner is McKinnon. Looking for some help, gives it to Beauchene. Bounce pass to Sarkis. 3! He got it! Well, picking up where she left off from the first quarter anyway. 34-15. This is Chung with the basketball for Montville. Dribbling around against Aleva Beauchene, or against McKinnon. I think McKinnon got a hand on that one.
Yep, she did.
So Saucier and Anderson will return for Woodstock Academy.
As they replace the 2 seniors, 2 freshmen replace the 2 seniors. 5 freshmen on this team for the Centaurs.
It's generally young. I mean, it starts a junior, 2 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. Jumper fall away by Collins. Found the bottom of the net.
Her first bucket of the night.
34-17. Beauchene to Sarkis. Right side, Anderson. Anderson dribbles it around to the right wing, gives it up to Saucier. Saucier, Anderson, her 3 goes down. Here they go again. Starting to rain those 3s. Up by 20 now, 37-17. Chung, bounce past St. John, able to control it. Collins.
It just shows you Woodstock's spurtability.
Yeah.
Montville had cut it to 14.
Collins got pushed aside a little bit, couldn't get the shot to fall. Chung gets it, shoots it up there, it's no good. Rebound underneath is Babukas. You don't want to give up offensive boards like that.
No, especially when you could have boxed out.
37-19. This is Saucier over to Anderson, back to Saucier. Crosses it right side, Sarkis to Deleva Beauchene, back over to Saucier. Saucier had to kind of retrieve. Beauchene bounced past Monahan, knocked away from her. Picked up by St. John, up ahead to Chung, and Chung's layup hit the bottom of the basket. Anderson was there to retrieve.
Good D by Anderson not to pick up the foul.
Saucier with the ball. Anderson, left side. Sarkis. Saucier at the top. Beauchene on the right, lost the handle. Last touched by Montville. Stay with Woodstock Academy. 37-19 in favor of Woodstock Academy, as you may see by our little score bug at the bottom of the screen there.
Hudson and Pratt's come in for Montville.
Monahan to Beauchene to Anderson. Over on the left side, Saucier goes around Babukis,
what a
dumps it
pass.
down low to Monahan, and a foul on top of it. I think they're going to get Collins with the infraction. Basket is good, and it's Collins on the foul.
Her second.
And a one-shot opportunity here for Ava Monahan. Puts it up and in.
You know how much I love it when your big can shoot free throws.
Absolutely. Up by 21, 40-19 in favor of the Centaurs. Saucier backpedaling as Chung drives in. Hit the front side of the rim. Rebound, put back up again, and no good for Mercedes Pratt, who's into the game.
And Pratt's whacked Saucier pretty good in the face.
That's not good. So her first foul, making her presence known pretty quick. Beauchene will bring the ball down the floor. Puts up the three. Front side rim. Rebound. Anderson had it. Then there's three black and orange jerseys surrounding her. Still on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball eventually.
I really like 3 Woodstock Academy players on the floor fighting for that loose ball up 21.
You did have 3 black and orange jerseys all around it, but none of them could find the handle. That does happen.
Nice.
Monahan inside. Oh, missed one. Rebound comes down to Saucier. Back out. Here's Anderson's 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Sarkis. And they'll bring it back outside and reset. Saucier for 3. Got it. There's another 3. How many is that? 3 in this quarter now?
Yes, sir.
43-19 in favor of the Centaurs.
5 different Centaurs have hit threes.
For Kaylee Saucier, that was her 19th 3 of the season. It goes out of bounds, last touched by Woodstock. Into the ball game is going to come Tiana Bamber for Montville. And taking it out, Mercedes Pratt. Back out to Hudson. Ball was tipped. Pratt is going to get there first. Over to Chung. Chung against Saucier. Quick bullet pass across to Pratt. Tries to drive it in, puts it up, no good. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Montville. Actually, that was Bamber, not Pratt.
Nope, they're saying it was touched, blocked, so it
Whoa,
stays
okay.
Montville ball.
With Montville, okay. With 1:22 to go in the third quarter. Jumper is up and no good for Chung. Rebound comes down to Beauchene.
Sydney Anderson had a beautiful box that time. A couple of minutes ago, I might have said she didn't box. Well, that time she did. That was beautiful.
This is Beauchene in the low post, kicks it back out. Sarkis to Saucier. Saucier drives in, puts up the runner. It's no good. Rebound Monahan back up with it and a foul.
Ava Monahan is really coming alive. That's her 9th point in this quarter, on the line for 10.
Foul goes to number 22, Bamber. That's her first, right?
Right.
Bamber. Monahan back at the free throw line.
Montville has no foul trouble. Their fouls are very spread out.
Monahan misses the free throw. Bamber comes up with the rebound. Over to Chung. 52 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. Pratt's running along the baseline, gives it up underneath, but it gave it up to the wrong person. Sophia Sarkis came up with it. Up ahead quickly, Saucier can't get one to fall, and a foul on the follow.
That foul's on Hudson, her second.
Fifth on Montville, and Saucier to the free throw line. Saucier's free throw is up and good.
Well, when you're a coach's daughter, you really should be able to shoot free throws.
Sean Saucier's daughter out here, but he's a football coach.
Nope, he's a coach.
Okay.
Coaches' daughters should be able to hit free throws.
Okay, I'll agree with that one. 47-19. I was going to say, I thought they'd have to learn how to score touchdowns first.
Oh, I'm sure she knows how to do that.
I'm sure. Chung with the basketball right in front of us. Final 20 seconds of this third quarter.
She's going to want to go to her right hand. Kaylee, don't let her go right.
Kaylee looking up at the clock. She goes left. Tosses it back out to Hudson. Her three-pointer well short. Pratt's on the rebound. No good. Rebound Sarkis will just toss it up the floor. And that'll end the third quarter of play. We've played three. Woodstock Academy well in the control of this one. 47-19.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
The Alumni Fieldhouse is where we are on this Thursday night. Now I guess you can call it Thursday night, right?
No better place to be.
That's true. Because it is after 6 o'clock now, so I guess it qualifies as evening. Although soon, and it's not far away, we'll be talking about it still being light outside.
Oh, yes.
End of February, 6 o'clock or so, and then quickly in March, it's 7 because of daylight savings time coming back. Montville turns that one over. Saucier with the basketball, threw it ahead to Beauchene. Jumper is no good. Rebound, fought for, comes down to St. John for Montville. Quickly up ahead, Chung against Beauchene. Can't get that one to fall. Followed by Collins. Can't get that one to fall. Ball comes down to the ground. Picked up Monahan. Jump ball called. Back over to the Centaurs. Well, like you say, they lead by a lot, 47-19, but they're still hustling.
They're still hustling. They're fast breaking. They're playing good defense. They're hustling back on D. I like this team.
Well, they've got a long way to go because a lot of them are young. You are losing two key members, but a lot of them are young. Saucier with the basketball. Anderson cross court. Anderson back over to Saucier. Three. Got it! Kaylee Saucier, another three-pointer. 50-19. Let's see, we had 5 in the first quarter.
Well, they scored 20 points in that third quarter, only 3 threes, but Monahan with 9 points.
Kicked ball, I do believe he'll stay over to Montville. Ball is picked up by Treat. Low post taken away by Kamara, who's into the ball game. Favreau goes down on the floor with it against Treat, and I'll call against. I think it's going to go against Favreau.
No, it's a jump ball. No,
it's a foul on Treat.
32 on Treat. Her second.
Is that 6th on Montville?
Team 6th.
Shooting next. Saucier with it. For the Centaurs. Over to McKinnon, back to Saucier. Left side is Anderson. Tosses at the free throw line to Kamara, and kind of got her hand tied up by a Montville player and tried to get it to McKinnon. and it went out of bounds.
What I like about Woodstock's offense tonight is, yes, they've hit a lot of threes, but they're not forced threes. They're within the offense. They were smart threes. Nice, Favreau with the steal.
Takeaway by the Centaurs from Montville. Saucier on the fast break bucket. Another turnover for Montville on that one. 52-19. Runner is put up by Chung. It's no good. St. John came down with a rebound. Over to Collins. And that one went out of bounds. It'll stay with Montville.
You know, it's just a little thing, but Lennon Favreau went after that ball with her left hand instead of her right hand, so a foul wasn't called. If she'd reached across her body, she would have gotten the foul called.
Shot falls short. Regan Reynolds comes up with a basketball for Woodstock Academy. Quickly ahead. I don't think Kaylee Saucier was anticipating that.
No, it was right in between McKinnon and Saucier. And
yep. Didn't really know who was going to get that one. Turnover for Woodstock Academy. Montville will bring it down the floor with 5.5 to play. Well, kind of a fake one way. Taken away by Kaylee Saucier. Saucier dribbling around and going to get fouled down here.
And blocking she will go to the line.
We'll go against St. John. St. John gets the foul. That is her second. I think I know what we should do for start of the game today, Greg.
Both seniors.
I'd agree with that.
Are you kidding?
Why not, right? Favreau and McKinnon. Seems right.
Yes, sir. They've given so much to this.
They have.
And so many of these kids are going to go on and play another sport in the spring. You know, they're all, a lot of them are three-sport athletes, which
Layla
is so rare.
Is a track
right now.
athlete, and Lennon is a lacrosse athlete, if I'm correct. If I remember correctly. Saucier's second free throw is up and good.
4 for 4 from the line, Mark. That's what I'm talking about.
54-19. Coach's daughter.
Coach's daughter. And she can play D.
Yes, a little bit, all day.
In her sleep.
In her sleep, all day. Collins
nice
against
pass.
Favreau, puts it up. It was blocked, but a foul will be called on Lennon. Got her on the arm.
That's Lennon Favreau's first on the night. Team's third.
5:07 left here in this ball game. Collins will go to the free throw line. And Collins' first is up and no good.
And there's a new player on the floor from Montville. I know you want to say the name, so
no.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Is it? Let me. Is it Carissa Horchdorfer?
Yeah, I think it's Hockdorfer.
Hockdorfer. Yeah, I added an R. I'm sorry, Hockdorfer. Hits the second one.
A little different than Smith.
No relation?
None.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly enough.
54-20. Favor of Woodstock Academy. This is Reynolds with the basketball. Hudson on her. Left side Favreau, back to Reynolds. Reynolds to Saucier. Against Chung. Saucier dribbles to her left, then her right. Off the spin. Gave it to McKinnon. McKinnon's runner is good.
And that's McKinnon's first basket since the 3 in the first quarter.
56-20. Chung for 3. Got it. She's not a bad little player.
No, sir.
Certainly has helped keep Montville in this one at least a little bit. 56-23. McKinnon looked at Reynolds, then keeps it, pulls it back down. Looked at Saucier, and then gives it over to Saucier. Left side is Reynolds. Reynolds at the free throw line kicks. Favreau's jumper is no good. Rebound back up with it. McKinnon is no good, but she got her own rebound. Pretty good at those offensive boards.
I like that Montville has gone to a man. They're still working. They're still playing hard.
This is Favreau to Reynolds. Kicks it inside. McKinnon couldn't get that layup to fall. Chung on the rebound. She's everywhere.
Most diminutive player on the floor is pulling down boards.
And Chung goes right to the hole, puts it up, but it was just short. Rebound comes down to Saucier. Saucier left side. McKinnon 3. Nope. Rebound. Kamara came up with that one. Back out to Reynolds. Kamara for 3. Nope. Rebound. Reynolds pulls that one down. Thrown away. Picked up by Treat, up ahead to Chung, and Saucier trying to get there first. Chung threw up a prayer, and it was not answered. Goes out of bounds. Tried to get ahead of the field. Bebo and Blaze come back in for the Centaurs. Timeout will be called by Montville. Full timeout. 3:04 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Back with more in
Hi,
just
this
a
is
moment.
Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And Busquets Appliances right now a Samsung front load dryer, regularly $7.99, clearance price $5.99. How about a Samsung slide-in gas range, stainless steel, regularly over $1,100, just $5.99.
Wow.
That's a lot of money
That's
saved
a
at
lot of
Busquets
money
Appliances. Danielson and Willimantic. Blaze gets the 2, driving inside. Makes it a 58-23 game. Chung with the basketball. Chung puts up no good. Rebound comes down to the Centaurs. This is Bebo with the basketball against a double team in the backcourt, able to get through it. To Favreau, layup is
with
good.
the left.
Makes it a 60-23 game in favor of the Centaurs. Always good to see that happen. Senior making good on senior night, you know?
Well, I was impressed with Bebo taking the ball down the floor. There's your freshman who didn't play much at the beginning of the season because of an injury. She comes out there and handles the ball in the open court, double team, beat it, finds Favreau for the bucket.
Third foul on McKinnon. And Hochstorfer can't get this one to fall for Montville. One more attempt here for the freshman. Lots of freshmen on both sides in this game. Hochstorfer's second is up and good. 60-24. Here's Blaze with the basketball. Turnaround. Kamara lost it. Well, look for Favreau, I think. Gave it over to Bebo. Back out to this left side. McKinnon back to Favreau, to Bebo. Bebo will dribble around outside. Kamara with the basketball. Here's Blaze at the elbow. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Favreau fighting for it, gets it back.
She got way up on that rebound.
She did. McKinnon on the run, no good. Rebound, Favreau fought for it, but Chung comes down with it for Montville. More or less of a loose ball than a rebound. Chung looked at a three, gives it up to Collins instead. Collins against Favreau. Goes to the baseline, taken away by Lennon, but it goes out of bounds. Go back over to Montville. Collins will toss it in. Collins, whoops, knocked away by Favreau.
Favreau's just got hands everywhere on defense.
She does. She's a good defense. She's also very good in soccer in that regard.
And in lacrosse.
Ball goes out, and that one will stay with Montville. Last touch by Woodstock Academy. So Chung will take it out for Montville with sticks left on the board, time-wise, 1:11. Ooh, knocked down by Bebo on the inbounds, picked up by Hochdorfer.
Now, if Coach Fleeton gets a chance, he might want to get the two seniors out.
Get them a round of applause.
Yep. Or he might let them just finish the game.
It up, you know. Chung drives inside, no good. Rebound comes down to Hochdorfer, taken away by McKinnon. McKinnon will go the other way. High above her head. Oh, Bebo tried to put on the brakes, couldn't find it. Ball goes out of bounds. And Hochdorfer take it out after the turnover. 40 seconds left in the game. Bebo picks up against Chung. Chung goes around her to the left, off the foot of number 22. That would be Bamber.
That was a real nice drive by Chung.
Yeah.
She goes to her left to set up her right.
Yep. Looking for an open teammate.
Smart player.
Ball went out of bounds. He came back to Montville. Inside, Babukis puts it up, no good. Rebound, Bamber had it, and a jump ball call will go over to Woodstock. Final 24 seconds of this one. This is Bebo. Throwing it down. Favreau was going right, and it went left, and it goes out of bounds, and we'll go back over to Montville. It's one of those,
yeah.
No, I'm not.
And there's a cameraman down there, so.
Yeah, run over him.
Yep.
Camera people, everyone runs over camera people, okay? It's the way it works. If you ever see them on the sideline of an NFL game, I pity them. Chung with the basketball, 6 seconds to go. That was knocked inside by Favreau as well. Chung put it up, no good. Hochdorfer on the rebound, no good. Doesn't matter. Game is over. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs prevail over Montville, raising their record to 12-6 on the season with a 60-24 win over Montville here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Back with more when we return.
Here's the good
right
friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
It's the pop culture event so extreme it can only happen once a year. The Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic Experience returns to Grill 37 for its 4th year on Saturday, April 29th. Come experience the wonders of comics and graphic novels, meet fan groups, and buy one-of-a-kind items that you will cherish for years. It's the pop culture phenomenon 4 years in the making at the Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic Experience. General admission is only $10. Learn how you can experience the experience at theqcexperience.com, an Okanchi Bar Productions event.
Welcome back to Woodstock Academy's Alumni Fieldhouse. Going to try this, something a little bit different. Oh, would you look at that? We can now put you on television. This is a little bit of a different thing we can now do. So Layla McKinnon, Lennon Favreau on our Star of the Game show as they are the Senior Day people. How special Senior Day, Layla?
It's really special. We've worked hard for 4 years in and out of the pandemic. So to have a good season, we're winning this season, to play a great game, work with my teammates, it's awesome.
Lennon, you put the ball in the basket today. How special is that?
It's pretty special. It felt great. I got an assist from Layla, so that's always good. Senior, yeah. So that was awesome.
As far as the game itself now, 60-24 a good win, a necessary win, getting you up to that 12-win level.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I've said in the beginning of the season, we just want to keep working towards getting higher seed in states. So we need this one, and hopefully we can finish off tomorrow with another strong win.
You know, you were prophetic when I was talking to you earlier in the season, because you said, if you remember what we did in volleyball, we're going to try to do the same thing in basketball. And indeed, that seems to be the case. You've turned this program around a little bit.
I mean, I wouldn't take credit for anything.
No, I'm saying the whole team has turned the program around.
No, I mean, absolutely. I think coming back from COVID was a big factor in it because everybody was so anxious to play sports again. So everybody's giving it their all and working together. And I'm trying to cherish every last moment, so I'm giving it my all for that reason as well.
Hey, Lennon, how bittersweet is it a senior day? Because I mean, it's an exciting day. It's something you look forward to for 4 years.
Right.
But when it comes, it's kind of a reality check.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've been planning this day for like a couple months now, I guess, and I just never thought it would be here. Like, I thought, oh, February 9th, that's so far in the future, and now it's here, and it's like, what do we do now? Like, it's just like kind of over, but it's also really like fun and exciting to reflect on what we've done here, so it's pretty awesome, but also it's sad.
And you only got a couple games left here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Definitely one tomorrow against Fitch, possibly an ECC play-in game next week, and who knows about the States.
Right.
Whether you get a home game or not.
Yeah.
Gonna miss playing on this floor?
Yeah, definitely. And I've been coming to this court since I was like little, so it's definitely, like you said, bittersweet to end it.
You know, as far as getting into this game, was it tough at all coming out of senior day festivities, going right on to the floor?
Yeah, definitely. It's always tough. There's always a lot of emotion, so we kind of have to move past those and just focus on the game and have fun.
So let me ask you, I know you mentioned it during senior day, where are you headed after this?
I'm going to Wesleyan University.
Right out in Middletown?
Yes.
Why Wesleyan?
I don't know, man. That's a big question. I loved the environment when I toured. It's like the right size for me. It's small. They have this open curriculum that I just fell in love with, so I'm really excited to spend the next 4 years there.
Layla, where are you headed?
I'm not committed to any colleges yet, but I'm looking to study international relations wherever I go.
It's okay, wherever you go. Any favorites?
I like American and Washington, D.C. So.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Go down to the nation's capital.
Yeah.
Layla, Lennon, congratulations. Great effort out there today.
Thank you.
That's senior day, so we had the two seniors join us, Lennon Favreau, Layla McKinnon, here on our post-game show. We'll return to Woodstock Academy's Alumni Fieldhouse, get some final stats from
When it comes
Mr.
to financial
Smith in just a
planning,
moment.
one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And we're back with you here as we try to get the
Technical
chairs out and
difficulties.
the wires going with it and everything else. How about some final stats, Mr. Smith?
For Montville and Coach Scott Chasen, Carissa Hockdorfer had 1. Jada Chung led the team with 15. Ava Collins had 3. And Emily Treat had 3. 24 points for Montville. For Woodstock Academy and Coach Will Fleeton, Isabella DeLeva Beauchesne had 8. Regan Reynolds with 2. Kaylee Saucier with 12, all in the second half.
Wow.
Sophia Sarkis with 9. Carrie Blaze with 2. Sydney Anderson with 5. Lennon Favreau with 4. Layla McKinnon with 5. And Ava Monahan led the team with 13. And that is 60 points for the
60
Centaurs.
60 points, 60-24, your final today. I'd like to remind you, another senior day on Saturday. The Woodstock Academy boys hockey team playing against the East Haven Co-op. That'll be an 11 a.m. game. We'll be on at about 10:45 on Saturday morning. And then we have another girls hockey game and another boys hockey game after that. Don't forget senior day next Tuesday for the Woodstock Academy boys when they face Waterford. For Greg Smith, I'm Mark Allard. Final score once again here from the Alumni Fieldhouse. 60-24, Woodstock Academy raises its record to 12-6 on the season. We'll see you again on Saturday.
You have been listening to Woodstock Academy Live. This copyrighted webcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without authorized written consent of the Woodstock Academy. The Woodstock Academy would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Today's game has been brought to you by Girardi Insurance Services, the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, and Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, with production support provided by O'Conchamar Productions, LLC. Remember, today's broadcast is available to be seen on woodstockacademy.org/live. This has been a production of the Woodstock Academy.